Hey guys! Today I'm trying out a bunch of products that I have never tried before and I love making these videos. As you will see, there were quite a few fails in this one, but I also found some products that I really enjoy and that I will continue to use. It's like 2 o'clock at night, so I need to go to sleep. But if you want to know how I got this look or just see me try out a bunch of new products and give you my thoughts, then keep on watching. But first, don't forget to hit that like button. So I know I look a little crazy right now with these brows, but I didn't have any new brow products to try out, so I did them off camera, and I will list every product that I use in this video down in the description box. And for today's eye makeup look, I will be challenging myself quite a lot with these two really colorful palettes. So this one is the NYX shadow palette in Brights. And this one is the sleek Eye Divine mineral based eyeshadow palette in the shade Original 594. And these are mostly shimmery shadows, there's one matte shade. So yeah, let's dip into the NYX palette first because it has the most matte shades. I'm going to go into the safest color here for my transition, and I'm going into this one with a fluffy brush. So it looks quite neutral to the other ones, but it is actually quite orange. I'm going to fluff this color in my crease and blend it upwards as my transition color. That color blended out beautifully and wasn't as terrifying on the lids as it looked on the brush, so I really like this color in the crease. Now I'm picking up this pinky shade with the Looks Defined crease brush from Zoeva, which is quite a precise, petite, like crease blending brush. And I'm applying that color in my outer corner and my crease, but more precisely and a bit lower down than the first shade. And now with the Real Techniques shading brush, I'm picking up this shade, which is not completely matte, but doesn't have a lot of shimmer or anything. And I'm going to focus that more on my lid and my outer corner, but also blend it up in the crease. Now to deepen up the look, I'm going in with the same brush, the Real Techniques shading brush in this darker purple color, and I'm going to define the eye a little bit more and darken the outer corners. So I'm actually quite disappointed in that purple shade I just used because it isn't as pigmented as the other shadows. I really had to go over it quite a few times and reapply it to just pack on the purple. So I'm going to go into the Sleek palette and pick up the black shade in there. That is the only matte color in that palette with the Lux pencil brush from Zoeva. And I'm really focusing that close to the lash line and in the outer corner. It looks kind of crazy right now, so I'm going to go in with all the colors I used before from the NYX palette in reverse and just packing it on the place where I placed that color before, just to blend everything out more seamlessly. It is a really pigmented black in the Sleek palette, but it is quite hard to blend out, just a warning. But with a lot of blending with the NYX colorful shadows, I feel like I was able to bring back the sunset feel of the look again and tone down the darkness that the black shadow gave me. So I almost always use my fingers to apply shimmery shadows on the lid, so that's what I'm going to do now too. So I'm picking up the shade Big Ben with my ring finger, and I'm just applying that on the inner part of my eyelids. Then with another finger, I'm picking up the shade Penny Farthing or Farthing, I don't really know how to say that shade. And I'm applying that next to the shimmery shade Big Ben, but more in the middle of the eyelid. To make it even more shimmery and bring in a little more purple, which I didn't really get from the NYX shadow before, I'm going to apply this shade called Royal from the Sleek palette, also with my finger, and that's going on the outer part of my eyelid. So as you can see, the metallic shadows from the Sleek palette are beautiful and they are really good quality and super pigmented. It's only the black shade that is matte, and that is the shade that I warned you about before because it was quite hard to blend out, and as you can see, gave me a lot of fallout. So I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and clean the fallout up and also sharpen the outer edge of the eyeshadow a bit. Now I'm going to apply an eyeliner, and it's the Idun Minerals liquid eyeliner in the color Kohl. As you can see, this eyeliner has a really small and precise brush tip, and I have actually never applied my eyeliner with that kind of an applicator before, so this will be quite nervous but really exciting. A lot of times when I apply liquid eyeliner, it bleeds because it's too watery, and then it dries like that and it just doesn't look good. So this one doesn't do that because it dries really fast. But it is patchy in some places. I don't know if that is because it dries really fast or what the problem is, but it isn't like completely black, and I had to dip in a lot of times to get more product because there just wasn't enough on the brush. I wanted to be a little bit more black, so I have another eyeliner that I have never tried before that I want to try out. So this is the Steel Laurent Precision Tip Liner in the color black. So this one is a felt tip eyeliner, and I'm going to go over the Idun Minerals one just to see if I can get it more opaque and black. Yeah, so I definitely prefer the Steel Laurent eyeliner over the Idun Minerals one, just because this one was a lot more liquidy and just opaque and black. Now I'm just going to apply my favorite mascara on my upper lashes just to prepare my eyes for the new eyelashes I'm going to try out. So the lashes that I'm trying out today are the Ardell Wispies. I feel like these are a cult classic, but I've never tried them, so today is the day. I'm actually going to use the liquid eyeliner from Steve Laurent to paint the lash band because it is clear, but I feel like it shows anyways if you just glue it on like that. So if I can get this opened, I'm going to put some eyeliner on the lash band. So now the lashes are on both eyes, and I think they look great. They were actually pretty easy to apply too, which is always a plus. Now let's move on to complexion, and first I'm going to try out a new primer from Figs and Rouge. It's the Soft Focus Pore Perfect HD Plus Matte Veil something. It's a hybrid between a serum and a primer actually. It says it's supposed to blur pores, and it also has active ingredients against blemishes and stuff, which I think all sounds really great. Oh, it feels really moisturizing. I did not expect that. But it has like a gel-like look and feel. So it actually smells pretty bad, but it feels great on my skin. It felt quite moisturizing, but the more you work it in, it dries pretty fast, and yeah, it just feels matte, but not like tight. And I don't like trying out a new primer and a new foundation at the same time, so I'm just going to apply my favorite right now. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the color Soft Beige, just to see how it works over this primer, because I know how it works when I usually use it. And I'm just going to bounce that in with a damp beauty blender as I usually do. Okay, so I have some issues with the primer. Usually I use this foundation with the NYX Angel Veil primer, and it works beautifully. This foundation is so smooth on my skin and like smooths out pores almost. But with this primer, it has almost like bunched up a little bit here. It looks a little bit dry, and yeah, like it's about to ball up. I feel like if I would do this really, yeah, I can feel it. It just kind of balls up and the foundation rubs off with it. Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe I will like this when I don't wear any makeup, just as an anti-blemish thing and anti-shine thing. So I wanted to apply the foundation straight on my face without anything under. And yeah, I just took a wipe and wiped, and now, as you can see, it looks like I'm having an allergic reaction to these wipes. The ones that I was using, I have not used before. It's the Son du Visage Byphasse Makeup Remover Wipes, all skin types. Well, not for sensitive skin. I'm actually going to put some calming moisturizer on and wait a little bit so it settles down and then apply foundation. I feel like we were kind of able to save that disaster, so now let's jump on to concealer. So the concealer I'm trying out today is the oh so hyped and loved Maybelline Age Rewind, and I have the colors Brightener and Number 1 Light. So I think I'm going to mix these two because Brightener is really pink and Light is really yellow. Oh, this is so soft. Oh, I'm so excited. So let's see if we can get any product up. I think it's coming. Okay. Here it is. I don't know why, but it's giving me like goosebumps. I think it looks really weird. Anyways, I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes and I will blend it out with my beauty blender. Woo! That's a lot of product. And that is so pink. Oh my gosh, I'm scared now. Let's take a little bit of the shade Light also, just to warm this shade up a little bit. I'm getting nervous because I don't know if this concealer dries fast or not, so I'm trying to work this one up. Ugh. So this is the shade Light. As you can see, it is a lot more yellow. I'm also going to put a little bit of the light shade on my chin just to balance my face out a little bit because now it's super bright underneath my eyes. I really like how the concealer looks because it has brightened my under eyes really well. I think it looks lifted and brightened and just really nice, and on the chin too. The only thing is it has creased a little bit already in my fine lines under here, so I'm just going to set the concealer and the rest of my face. But I don't have a new powder to try out today, so I'm just using my NYX HD finishing powder. So for contouring, I'm going to try a palette that has very nice reviews online, and it's the Kix Powder Contour Kit in light medium. And I really like the packaging because it's cardboard, so it's really light to travel with. It has a mirror and the pans are perfect. I love that they are square and a little bit bigger because I hate with other contouring palettes and contouring products when the pans are really small and round and you can't fit your brush. So I'm going to start with the shade Latte to define my cheeks, and I'm applying that with my Zoeva Lux face paint brush. Woo! That's really pigmented! Oh my god, I need to tap off my brush a bit. Damn girl, that's really pigmented. So I got scared for a second, but it does blend out really easily and nice. But just be prepared for the pigment when you start out. I'm also going to take a little bit of this shade called Brown Sugar because it is the most grayish tone in this palette. And I'm going to use that to deepen up the contour even more and make it a little less warm. I'm also going to use the shade Latte to contour my forehead, and then Brown Sugar probably to contour my nose. I was just about to say I thought the mirror was a little bit wonky in this palette, but then I realized this plastic was on it. So of course the camera died, so I went ahead and finished up the eyes. I just put some black kohl liner on my waterline. I put these two shades on my lower lash line and of course some mascara. And my face I finished up with the lightest shade in the contour kit from Kix. I just softened my nose contour. So all that's left now is to put something on my lips and of course highlighter! Probably the most hyped drugstore highlighter on YouTube right now, and of course I'm talking about the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. I actually had to hunt this down in another country because it's always sold out. But the only thing I'm afraid of is maybe this is too dark for me because right now I'm as pale as I can get, but we'll see. I'm still excited about it, and if it doesn't fit me like my skin tone right now, of course I can use it for summer. I'm actually going to start with the inner corners just to get a feel for the color. So I'm just picking it up with a little tiny brush from H&M that I've had for 100 years, and I'm going to put that on the inner corners on my eyes. So now I'm taking my favorite highlighting brush, the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm going to apply the highlighter on my cheeks. On the Cupid's bow. I think it's on the edge of being too dark for me right now, but I think it still works. It isn't dark when I look straight ahead or anything, but yeah, it has a really nice glow, and it's truly gold, like not yellow or anything like that. I'm going to set my face with some setting spray, and then I'll put on some lips and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look and I really hope you like it. I will list every product that I have on my face down in the description box so that you can find out what I have on my lips or anything else if you're wondering. So the two things that did not work out for me today was this primer. It just looked really weird on my forehead, so I will not be using this underneath makeup again. The other thing that did not work out for me today is actually part of a product and not the whole product. The Sleek palette is beautiful with all its metallic shades, and as you can see on my lids, it's just so metallic and beautiful, and the shades are really unique, I think. But the thing that did not work for me is the black matte shade in this palette. As you saw, I had really a lot of trouble blending it out on my lids because it just stuck in one place and was not blendable and had a lot of fallout. You can use it for packing on over a liner or something if you want it to be matte, but for blending in the crease and stuff it was really hard to blend out for me. Another thing that I can be without from today is this Idun Minerals liquid eyeliner. As you saw, I had quite a bit of trouble with this one too. It was a bit patchy because it's so moussey and it wasn't super opaque and stuff. And these are the products that really worked out for me today. The Ultimate Shadow Palette in Brights. It's just so colorful and fun, and it helps you step out of your comfort zone and be creative in a way that you maybe aren't from a day-to-day basis. It's just nice to have a palette like this if you want a yellow or a blue or a green, like just a pop of color somewhere. You have this affordable palette to pick and choose from if you want to. I do really like the quality of it and all the colors are beautiful. The only problem I had was with the dark purple that wasn't really super dark. You could still work with it, but it wasn't as good of a color payoff as the other ones. Also, I really like the Kix contouring palette. It was super pigmented, so be careful if you're trying it for the first time. But I love the packaging, that you have a mirror and that the pan size is just really big and square, and the colors worked really well with my skin tone. And I know they have a darker one too. And the Master Chrome highlighter and the Age Rewind concealers from Maybelline also worked out for me today. The highlighter is actually not at all as bright as I thought it would be, but it's just super nice. It has a really nice sheen and looks really not natural, but it's a really nice gold and it's just a nice sheen. It isn't glittery at all. I would also want to try the more rose gold shade of this highlighter because I do really like this one, but I usually gravitate more towards pinkish highlighters than gold. So yeah, I just think I would really like that one because the texture is really nice. And the last thing that stood out amongst the products were these lashes. I really like that they are dramatic in the way that they are really long, but you can still see the shimmer on your eyelid when your eyes are open because they are so fluttery and not over dramatically thick. So that's it for this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it and that you like the look that I came up with. I have been filming for a really long time, for like 6 hours, because my camera kept dying, and as you saw there were some other fails throughout this video, but in the end I'm really happy with the result and I like the look that I came up with. So I hope that you have a great day, night or morning or whenever you're watching this, and I, as always, hope to see you in my next video. Bye!